The introduction to the topic, setting the stage for the Wano arc's importance in the context of why Wano arc is key to the final war. A deep dive involves establishing a foundational understanding of why the Wano arc is not just another chapter in the One Piece saga, but a pivotal turning point in the series. The Wano arc is a focused narrative that takes place in Wano country, an isolationist and samurai-driven land plagued by tyrannical rule. It uniquely serves as a crucial build-up to the series' climactic events, both thematically and strategically. The Wano arc is significant because it lays down the groundwork for the looming final war. It acts as a confluence point for numerous plot lines and characters, emphasizing the clash between freedom and oppression, which has been a recurring theme in One Piece. Furthermore, Wano introduces a multitude of essential elements, such as the revelation of the true past of the world, alliances pivotal to the forthcoming battles, and key character developments necessary for the unfolding of the final war. The strategic alliance between the Straw Hat Pirates and other factions like the Heart Pirates and the Kazuki Samurai numerically and narratively signifies the global uprising against established tyrants. For instance, Luffy's victory against Kaido isn't just a personal achievement, but symbolizes hope and resistance against despotism, a foreshadowing for his role in the ultimate showdown. In terms of real-world applications, the Wano arc mirrors historical instances like the end of feudal Japan, where isolation gave way to new alliances that led to dramatic societal shifts. Additionally, it reflects on the universal struggle against oppressive regimes, resonating with the fight for freedom, seen in various independence movements throughout history. Supporters of this perspective argue that the build-up provided by Wano is essential in demonstrating growth in character arcs, particularly for protagonists like Luffy and Zoro, which in turn escalates the stakes for the final war. However, some controversies arise from alternative views, which suggest that other arcs, like Whole Cake Island, lay the groundwork just as effectively for the final war. Critics may argue that the intricacy of Wano's backstory could overshadow its significance. Ultimately, the Wano arc's role in setting the stage for the final war intertwines with broader story arcs by propelling the narrative forward through alliances, revelations, and character growth, serving as a microcosm of the larger thematic clashes in the One Piece universe. This arc not only binds past storylines, but also sparks future events, making it indispensable for understanding the epic climax anticipated in the final war. In discussing the historical context and political dynamics of Wano, it is essential to understand Wano as a nation within the world of One Piece, a place teeming with rich cultural traditions and an autarkic political structure. Wano is inspired by feudal Japan, replete with samurai, shoguns, and aesthetic elements reminiscent of medieval Japanese society. Historically isolated, Wano's closed borders have fostered a unique socio-political landscape where internal power struggles and hierarchical feudalism dictate events. The significance of Wano to the final war lies in its strategic importance and the powerful characters and resources it harbors. Wano is not merely a battleground, it is a crucible for change where the world's future power dynamics pivot. For instance, being the stronghold of the formidable Yonko, Kaido, Wano's political stability or lack thereof has global implications, with its rich reserves of sea prism stone and ties to the ancient Kazuki clan, which possesses knowledge about the poneglyphs and, by extension, the secret of the One Piece, Wano plays a crucial role in setting the stage for larger conflicts. Two illustrative examples highlight Wano's significance. First, the Kozuki clan's historical ties to the creation of poneglyphs make them custodians of forbidden knowledge, information that is potentially world-altering. Second, through the revolution led by the Straw Hat Pirates and their allies against Kaido, Wano serves as a microcosm of the broader fight against oppressive regimes and the quest for liberation, echoing the series' overarching themes of freedom and justice. Several opinions bolster this point, with fans and theorists often emphasizing Wano as the turning point for Luffy and his crew, providing them with the allies and strength needed to confront the mightiest forces in the One Piece world. However, potential challenges and controversies arise from Wano's insular nature. Its self-imposed isolation could hinder potential alliances and the dissemination of crucial information, sparking debate over its readiness and ability to participate in global-scale conflicts. Finally, Wano's historical and political intricacies are interwoven with the larger narrative arcs of One Piece. The liberation of Wano aligns with the protagonist's broader mission of dismantling tyrannical powers, while its secrets could unlock the literal and figurative maps to the ultimate treasure, thereby influencing the motivations and actions of every major character involved in the impending final war. Thus, understanding Wano's past and politics is key to grasping its pivotal role in shaping the outcome of this imminent showdown. The strategic significance of Wano's geography in the world of One Piece is a pivotal piece in understanding why the Wano arc is essential to the final war. Geographically, Wano is a nation isolated by formidable natural defenses and turbulent waters, making it nearly impregnable to outside forces. Its location in the New World, particularly at the Quartet Knockup Stream, a notoriously wild stretch of ocean, provides it a fortress-like quality. This isolation has historically protected Wano from invasions, allowing it to develop a unique and powerful culture of samurai warriors, while its abundant natural resources have further enhanced its value. However, this geographic isolation is a double-edged sword. It has also kept Wano somewhat disconnected from the broader world, limiting information flow and alliances with external powers. The importance of Wano's geography to the overarching narrative lies in its strategic value for launching operations within the New World. For the pirate factions and the world government, possessing control over Wano affords a significant military and logistical advantage. As one specific example, Kaido recognized Wano's strategic importance, using it as a stronghold to amass power, build his army of formidable fighters, and manufacture weapons. This demonstrates the critical leverage Wano offers to whoever commands it. Another example is the potential for Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates to rally crucial allies from liberated Wano, bolstering their ranks in preparation for the inevitable confrontation with the greater powers. Support for the idea of Wano's strategic value is seen through the actions of characters such as Trafalgar Law, who understood the importance of taking down Kaido in Wano to shift the balance of power in the New World. However, there are challenges associated with this view. Some argue that the isolation of Wano could also hinder the movement of forces and supplies, presenting logistical challenges in times of war. Additionally, Wano's historical reluctance to join global efforts could pose a diplomatic hurdle. In summary, Wano's geography is not just a passive backdrop, but a crucial factor influencing the political, military, and strategic dynamics of the series as it heads towards the final war. It serves as a focal point where allegiances are tested, battles are fought, and the tides of power may ultimately shift, illustrating the interwoven complexities of geography and strategy in one piece. Understanding this connection offers valuable insights into the pivotal role Wano plays in the grand narrative of the series. In exploring the significance of key characters and their roles in preparing for the final war within the Wano arc of One Piece, we delve into the nuanced orchestration of pivotal elements leading to this climactic confrontation. The Wano arc serves as a crucible where characters such as Monkey D. Luffy, Trafalgar D. Waterloo, and Kazuki Oden's retainers sharpen their abilities, forge alliances, and gather intelligence crucial for the looming final battle against formidable adversaries. These characters act as architects of their destiny, laying the groundwork and strategy essential for challenging the oppressive forces that threaten the world. The importance of this aspect cannot be understated, as the characters embody the themes of unity and resistance against tyranny, which are integral to the main topic. The alliances formed in Wano are not merely tactical, but symbolic of the broader coalition necessary to confront the series' ultimate antagonists. Luffy's leadership in rallying the samurai and the pirate alliance showcases his growth and vision, emphasizing the power of collaboration in overcoming insurmountable odds. For instance, the alliance between Straw Hat Pirates and the Heart Pirates exemplifies the strength derived from mutual respect and shared objectives, which becomes a template for future collaborations essential for the final war. Furthermore, Kinemon and the other survivors of Oden's legacy act as a binding force, preserving the will and ideals required to inspire and mobilize others for the war. However, challenges and controversies do permeate this narrative. Critics argue that the sheer number of alliances and characters introduced could lead to narrative complexity, potentially diluting individual character development. Moreover, some fans debate whether Wano devotes excessive time to setup rather than advancing immediate plot lines. Despite potential critiques, the roles these characters play in Wano symbolize a microcosm of the greater struggle, a calculated chess game where each move in Wano sets a precedent influencing later events. This preparation phase mirrors historical moments where coalitions and strategic plannings, like those in World War II's lead-up, dictate the outcome of large-scale confrontations. The foresight demonstrated by the characters in Wano also inspires viewers, reinforcing that perseverance, strategic alliances, and growth determine the future's narrative. In essence, the preparation in the Wano arc strategically weaves a narrative tapestry essential for the final war, highlighting how deeply character roles are intertwined with the larger thematic and narrative structure of One Piece.